Alright guys, today I'll be showing you how to make a curry, and people usually use meat for their curry or whatever, but I'm using soya chunks because I'm a vegan. You can also use potato or cauliflower for your curry. These are the things we'll need. And your curry starts with your onion, garlic, and ginger. So let me take a couple cloves of garlic here. And I'm also going to take some ginger, and that should be a good amount of ginger. Smells great, and I'll be peeling the skin off this ginger. And I'm also going to take some onion. I'm going to be adding all this thing into a blender to let it blend instead of chopping them all up with my knife. So that's our onion, garlic, and ginger. And I'm adding this into my little food chopping thing here. And normally I would chop them up with a knife, but for a curry I really want them chopped up and blended real nice. So and this is what I want it looking like, so that's why I'm using this. If you don't have a blender or whatever, you could always chop them all up with your knife, but I really want it like this for my curry. So after that, into a pan I add some oil, add my cumin seeds in there for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I add my onion, garlic, and ginger on top of the oil and cumin seeds to let it cook. And I'll be cooking it for about 5 minutes or until it's nice and brown. So after about 5 minutes, that's what you want it looking like. And I'm ready to add some other stuff into it. So about half a spoon of turmeric powder. Also adding some red chili powder in this, and that should be enough. But if you want it really spicy, a little bit more in there. Then I take some garam masala, and if you don't have garam masala, that's fine. That's not really mandatory to add, but all it really is some powdered cinnamon, cloves, and some other stuff. But you know, if you have some, add it. And I'm also adding some black pepper and salt into this. Stir it up, and we're going to need some tomatoes in there and make it a little nice and juicy. As you see, it was dried up. Probably didn't have enough oil in there, but we chop some tomatoes up and then add the tomatoes in here. I'm using a lot of tomatoes. So I'm going to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until you see the juices. And that's the curry right there. So for this curry, I'm using soya chunks. Soya chunks is actually more of an Indian thing, but however, it will become popular in America the next couple of years. So, you know, I guess I'm the first person you'll come to for a recipe. I mean, soya chunks can be found in America in Indian grocery stores or even some American supermarkets. So if you find these things, let me show you how to cook them. And soya chunks is a great source of protein. It has a meaty texture, and believe it or not, I didn't start eating these things until a couple months ago. I almost never really even ate soya chunks, so it's really nice. So just follow those directions on the screen. I mean, you know, soya chunks are really easy to cook, so it'll only take you a few minutes after your soaking is done, which should take an hour. After your soya chunks is done, you add this into the curry. And I'm going to be adding some water, and let me add a little bit more water in there, and it's looking real good. And I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. So let me put a cover or lid over this pan. And then after about 5 minutes, I take the cover off, and wow, it's looking good. Really tasty, and it is done. That's your soya chunk curry. So let me turn the heat off here. And the soya chunk curry is done. So now I tried it with my little homemade bread here I made with flour, oil, and water. And that's the soya chunk curry. And you know, if you guys can't find soya chunks, you could always use potato or cauliflower for a curry, but I would add less of all the ingredients because you want it a little lighter for a cauliflower or potato. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you do have soya chunks, I hope you give this a try.